Okay, good morning. Good morning,
Morning.
YouTube. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Rhonda.
Together, we're MaverickRx. Drinking our coffee again.
Morning coffee.
Love to
How's
have it.
everybody?
It's so delicious. It's not as warm
Yeah.
as I want it to be, but that's probably because my husband makes it several hours before I actually get up.
Oh, yeah. That would be probably why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm in my schoolroom.
I'm gonna copy the link.
Good morning, Erin.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sun is shining.
You know, it's really easy for me to copy the link from the computer.
Oh.
Because it's just right here, you know.
Okay.
But where are you putting it?
I was just gonna put it on Facebook. I
would like a GIF. I would like a coffee GIF. Coffee. I'm gonna find a coffee GIF this morning, guys.
Okay, sounds good. So you have a good day yesterday?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, you're probably talking to me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Coffee time.
I do have my bunny here I could talk to, and Quarantino.
Quarantino, yeah, how's that, Ninja?
You had a good day?
Yes. Hold on. I'm still kind of trying to create my.
I know it's hard to
create a Maverick genius and Godo morning. I see I even typed good wrong. It says Godo morning. No, good morning.
No,
Good
I'm gonna just screenshot this and put this on my story.
Oh yeah, why can't I save this to my story? Oh, because it's a GIF. That's dumb. Okay, well I'm gonna save it and then I don't know what I'm gonna do something with it. Let's see who
the grand lives are not.
Hi, Erin. Erin, tell me about how's life with the puppy?
Yes, how is the puppy doing?
Tell me, what's the story? Is the dog just getting into everything, making you crazy? Tell me it's terrible. Tell me it's awful. Tell me it's the worst thing you did. Worst decision getting a dog.
She's not going to say that. She's just trying to get you
to like, why did I get this dog? It's the worst idea. Now I'm here with these kids and I've got this dog. That's what I'm hoping is the problem.
Yeah, well, she's not going to say that. She's probably having the time of her life.
She's probably having the time of her life with this new dog, and she's loving every minute of it.
I'm sorry. Now I'm doing it.
Yep, indeed, she does. She says she's so funny. I love every part of her. Of course you do. Of course you do, because she's a puppy and she's adorable. Yeah, you can't see Rhonda's face, Joe, because she's hiding behind her mask. Her Maverick mask. Because you gotta look up.
I'm coming.
She's just,
okay.
She just cracks me up, Joe. You know, she cracks me up. She's looking down all the time, looking, and I'm like, oh, I'm right here.
So what's everybody doing this weekend? It's
Easter weekend.
It's Easter weekend, and
yep.
So today is Good Friday. And we are going to talk about making new routines.
Good morning, Dory. Yes, we're talking about the new routines. So you guys are pretty familiar with our new routine, I feel like. What is everybody's routine like? So have you created a new routine, and what is that? That's what we would really like to know. Like,
or have you not created a routine?
Or have you not? Or are you just winging it?
Yeah.
My routine is very simple. Good morning, Julie.
Morning.
I get up about half an hour before I'm supposed to be here.
That's about what I do.
It's not on the schedule, just so we're all on the same page. My schedule says I should be getting up at 6 a.m.
Oh.
And I should have my hour to myself because that's important to me. And then I should work for an hour and then have coffee. That's really my plan. That's the schedule. It went great the first day. anymore.
So I get up about the same time. I wake up, the alarm goes off about 7:10. I set it for, and then I get up usually between about 7:30. I usually get up.
Yeah.
And do my get myself dressed, and, and which I think is good, because if I didn't have this to get dressed for, I would probably be in my pajamas until I finally decided to work out or something.
Right. That's why I think the coffee has helped me, because it forces me to get up, like wash my face and put clothes on.
Because I am a person, I don't do well if I don't have routine myself. I get kind of in a funk. Yeah. And so it's kind of funny, because it's this staying home thing has I have morphed into my kind of a new routine in a weird sort of way. Yeah. It's not like what I had. It's not like super defined, but it's somewhat, but something. Yeah. So I get up, I do this, and then usually after this, I do a few little house things. And then I typically work out of some sort, either in the house or outside or something. Then I come back, prep for dinner, more house stuff, maybe some other stuff.
Other stuff.
I just keep saying stuff.
I know. I don't feel like you're creating much of a routine so much as you've just been doing stuff all day long. She's doing a lot of stuff. What is the stuff? That's the question. What is the stuff?
So, sometimes I might clean the windows. Sometimes I might do a project for DNA. Sometimes so my stuff is in the middle, I guess. Or like yesterday, my day was kind of distracting.
Oh boy.
So my first 2.5 hours of my day.
Oh yeah, building the bridge.
Bridging making. And I just say, I was super excited. I was like, oh yeah, Angelina, we could do this.
Can you turn it this way? Oh, I see. Wow, yeah.
So it had to be over 2 feet it had to be a 2 feet section. And she's like, I'm like, it has to hold a soup can. She's like, well, I don't know what to do. So I started helping her. So we build this bridge and we put it up, and it flips upside down every 5 minutes. So then I'm like irritated, because at first I was like, oh, this is fun. And then now I'm irritated because it's not working. So then I'm like, maybe I should call my dad, because my dad was a physics teacher. I didn't get a lot of physicnology from him. I might be making up my own words, but that's okay.
I'm pretty sure you are. You didn't get a lot of physicnology?
Yeah, it didn't come my way.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So I FaceTimed him, and because we could only use 20 popsicle sticks and a foot of masking tape. I hope the teacher's not listening, because I'll tell you, we probably used about 8 feet of masking tape.
Okay.
But mum's the word on that, people.
Well, what are you supposed to use?
A foot. Come on. 1 foot of masking tape. Yeah, so we did it. We got a bridge. Really
nice.
It held a can.
Great. You did a good job.
That was
so this is the time, Rhonda, I have to be honest with you, in the broadcast, where I have to just step out for a second. And you're going to need to do the show for 1 second on your own.
You could have told me that while I was doing the bridge.
Dory, I wish. Dory says mucho coffee while the news is on, straightening the house a little, and then that's a blur after that. That's her routine.
Well, I'm gonna put them on so I can see.
Yeah, mute your thing. Good morning, Britt. But also look up so Mr. Joe can see your face.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, so I made a bridge, guys. It took me with Angelina. It took us about 2.5 hours, and was an interesting part of my day. I wanted to take the bridge and throw it out the window. That's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to tell the teacher what I thought of the bridge. But yeah. Yeah, straightening the house is a lot. It's a blur after that. You know, kind of is. I always have bigger like ideas for my day. I always have more things on my list for the day than actually get done. Does anyone else have that problem? Like I'm really trying to tackle the windows at my house. I'm trying to get the whole house of windows done. I've gotten the family room done, the kitchen, and the office. That's it. You know, clean the blinds. I go slat by slat. You've heard this story before, I'm sure. It's a lot of windows, and I don't like it. It's not fun. So yeah, you guys, what's the thing? And then I do get my workouts in every day. I try to. Yesterday I didn't do so well because I just did restorative yoga in the evening, but today hopefully I'll get something in. It's really difficult to talk to yourself on this. I don't know how people do it. But anyway, what's everybody? Anyway, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. Your to-do list is, oh, you did the bridge 3 times, Dory? It is the worst. 20 popsicle sticks. Did you use more tape? Did you use more glue than they told you to use? I want to know. Good morning, Liz.
Hello. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Liz.
Well, I really rambled.
Well, good. I'm glad. It's better than you just staring at the screen.
I tried to come up with stuff.
What'd you talk about? What'd you say?
Nonsense.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go back and watch it. I don't want to put the people through that again. If it was terrible, was it terrible?
Probably, yes. Very terrible.
Sorry, but the trouble is,
it's really hard to talk to the wall.
I know. Well, yeah, right. That wall. Shade of red, isn't it? It's like Merlot.
I mean, I should have really got into talking to the wall, I guess, more.
Okay, so Britt says, I thought I would have started my windows by now, and I haven't. Also was going to organize and clean the office and shred a bunch of stuff, and I haven't. I'm on a roll, LOL. I have a list of things, and I have made my way through it, but here's the thing, is like, you know, there's life that comes up, right?
Like a bridge.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done 7 of the projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 more to go. On my computer projects.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I've got some things done. I was going to do some certifications for work on HubSpot. I haven't finished one, not even one. I've started a couple, but I haven't done them. And then last night I started this transition for my husband's tech. I am the Vidito Tree Experts IT person. I was not hired as that. I've not been paid to be the IT person, but here I am. I am IT tech support, and it's frustrating because I'm moving from Yahoo to Google, and if you've ever done that, it's not pleasant. So yeah, that's
what
I'm doing there on my list, making progress. Erin today has to go pick up a yard sign for her senior. Oh yeah, a print shop created them for all the different schools. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Liz needs to do her windows.
Yeah, the windows are a real pain in the tutu. I'm telling you. Jeez,
Right. So what Tanya says is that her friend Kathy suggested you make a list of the things you can actually accomplish in that day rather than the whole thing, because you don't list on your list like cooking meals, right? You don't put breakfast, you don't put laundry, right? You don't put lunch or whatever. Doing the dishes, and those things suck up a ton of time.
Oh, they do.
But I do think my list for
And
today,
who feels like they're loading and unloading the dishwasher constantly
I
right now?
have got the kids doing half of that job.
Okay.
So I'm not doing the whole job. I will either unload it or I will load it, and they will have to do the other side of it. I prefer that I'm the loader, because sometimes when they load things, they like wonky do it, you know. But Julie says she's going to get the kids close done this weekend! Exclamation point. She's been saying it, and now she's really going to do it. I think you're going to get it done. Might as well, you know.
Yeah.
Well. It's going to be cold, which is garbage.
Right.
So my routine has not changed a ton, aside from the fact that I'm not going to the office. And so I get up, I do my stuff, I'm with you guys. And then I have, now that starting this week, we started school right away, 9 to like noon, we do school. And so I start my day in the office. I have my computer down there. And then when I come up for school, I bring up my computer to this room. This is our dining room. It's now our classroom. And I work while the kids do their school, and I can kind of help them and get things done. And that has gone pretty well this week. I feel like I can do, you know, my work is primarily creation. So I spend most of the time when I'm in here with them working on things I need to create. And then I can post it and do all that kind of stuff later. So then after school, we exercise, and I've got the kids running half a mile. I'm really hoping that we can run a family like 5K in 2020, maybe in the fall, something like that. That's really my goal for
harvest
all of us.
run.
Family fun run of some sort.
They got the harvest run.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's a good.
And after exercise, I am in the office until about dinner time. And then sometimes after dinner, if I'm not wrapped up with my stuff, I have to go back to the office for the night portion, nightcap. And that's basically my day. So it's not that much different. The school part threw me for a loop. Just having the kids around, it does slow down my work quite a bit, but still getting stuff done, and it's fine. I like working from home quite a bit. I'm a fan.
Yeah, I tend to busy myself with stuff.
Yeah, I know you got a lot of stuff, man. So much stuff.
My thing is, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep my. I do keep myself pretty busy.
Yeah.
I refuse to like sit in front of the television and watch TV.
I'm not good at sitting and doing very little. I wish I could. I was listening to one of the Oprah Soul sessions yesterday at the start of my walk. And it was talking about how we are so productivity driven as a culture. And yeah, right. I do think so. I feel like our culture, and this is something that when we talk about starting up new routines and making a few changes, I kind of wonder, and I'm curious what you guys think. As the culture that we are used to living in, being so productivity driven, right? We're so like being busy seems to be some sort of like badge of honor. Like I'm busy, right? And you ask anybody, how are you? Oh, I'm busy. No one ever says like, yeah, I'm bored. No one ever says like, yeah, I'm good. Or they don't it's like everybody has to be busy all the time, right? And I feel like that got to such a like fever pitch, this concept of like going, doing more and pushing your kids to do more. And now we've like hit a wall, right? And that's done.
Yeah.
So I'm curious when this comes back, when we phase back into our normal life, how much of that like intense productivity is coming with us? You think that'll just come back, and by 2021 we're all going to be like,
Well, I don't think it's going to be allowed to come back fully because everything's going to come back slowly, is my opinion.
You mean forever?
Huh?
Do you think that forever our country, our world is going to be changed?
I think we'll be changed forever. I think we'll slowly get back. I think in general, Americans are product driven people. So I think it's just kind of like, I think a lot of it'll go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Is what I think. And I'll tell you what, I struggle with not feeling like I get stuff accomplished still just being home.
Right.
You know, like I just, like I get kind of anxious if I'm not completing things or doing stuff.
Yeah.
Tasks. Like I have to have something completed to feel, and that's my own.
I know.
Weirdness.
Right. That's the thing that this podcast was talking about, is we need to come to a point where, yes, you have the things to do, right? Like maybe if you look at, like Tanya's saying, fewer things on your list. So back before COVID, I would put 20 things on my list every day, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe now you need to knock that back to 10 things or whatever it might be. Maybe you had 10, now you do 3. So if you could do less productivity driven things to feel successful, what are other things that you could do that would make you feel like this has been a good day? This is a successful day for me. And I feel like we've gotten away from this, right? Like this talking with each other, and this with our families, where you're just hanging out and not productive. Those types of things, I hope, become more of the standard for a successful day versus, I've dusted, I've vacuumed, I've done all of this stuff, right? Like I question whether or not we as a society should get back to maybe less work and more connection. And how that can actually come about, I don't know. Obviously, I just feel like it's been missing in our society. Let's see what the folks say here.
Yeah.
I'm bad at sitting too, Melissa. I like your schedule. Liz, I can send you that schedule. I have it printed out on my fridge. Liz.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of a table. Britt says, I'm doing good keeping busy every day, but I seem to have at least one day a week. I do hit a wall. I get a bad case of the floopies. Not sure. Last week it was Monday. This week, yesterday. Wonder what the floopies are. What do you think that is?
She just like doesn't feel like doing anything, right, Britt? Okay.
And then Julie says, I don't want it to come back, but I think it will, the business. Yeah, I think the business will. But I do wonder, like, will CEOs, will the tech drivers, will the people that are like up there think, okay, this needs to come back as let's let people value their family better.
Well, I do think one thing I do think that's going to happen because of all this Zoom stuff. I think there's going to be less travel in business, which will create more time at home, because I think they're going to see that these kinds of meetings are sufficient in getting their work done, and it'll save them money, obviously.
And it saves them money. Yeah.
Right. So I do think there's some things, I think definitely things are going to be changed forever. Mm-hmm. I do think some things will come back. And I think people who treasure the family time and stuff will make the changes that kind of have been good. And then of course there's going to be some that aren't going to change. It's just going to go back to normal or whatever.
Okay, so Liz said, same with me, Rhonda. I feel like I'm not moving forward like I should be. If you're not being productive, you're not moving forward.
Yeah, that's how I feel, Liz. Totally.
Tanya says, how good does it feel when you complete your manageable list? Completing a manageable list is fantastic. What we put on it, I think, is what we need to question ourselves with. Adele says, I set a daily schedule, work, family time, cleaning, cooking, etc., and check things off as I've always done. Yeah, I'm a big list maker as well, Adele. I love a list. I put it in my calendar. Julie says, I think keeping up with everyone else is what will change. We don't see what everyone else is doing as much, and our kids don't see it. So actually it works. What works for my family is what works. Finding family priorities and routines, I think, is essential.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa said, we'll do more Zoom meetings at the Y instead of driving back and forth between branches. That makes so much sense. I mean, save some money on mileage and going, right? Aaron says, I keep busy. So yesterday I went through the bins, old pictures, finding pics of my best friend and myself over the years to create a book for her 40th birthday in October. Oh, well, that's fun.
Nice.
I love looking at it. Last night, to get to bed last night, I scrolled through my Shutterfly, feed. And I went all the way back to the year that Jamie and I got married and just looked through pictures. And it was just so fun to reminisce. Britt says, I was working 5 days a week and so busy at home with the kids crap. And this has made me feel like I need to scale things back and reevaluate what's important. See, I agree with you. I think it does make you question how much, I do quite a few different things and I like all the things that I do, but I do think I don't need to scale back how much I do, but I need to scale back how much I do in a single day. You know what I mean? Every single day I have a stupid amount of stuff that I'm trying to get done. And I do, but I also then feel like I've cut my kids out of my life in a way that is not helpful to them. And it certainly doesn't nurture my soul. Yeah. Aaron's trying to just have one project every day to do other than the household stuff. I am trying to keep my projects to the weekends because I'm working during the week, but last weekend we did the hearts and they're not even projects that last weekend I didn't do a single household project. I guess I cleaned out some junk drawers or whatever, but
yeah, I didn't get much other than basic household stuff like the laundry, the cleaning the toilets, the dishes, the cooking, all that. Yeah. This week I haven't. I mean, I had the DNA photo shoot and I had a few DNA things to do, so it kind of took some of the hours of the day. So
right, you know what,
it goes by quick. I mean,
the days do go by really fast. I kind of wonder if you sat down with the people in your home and the people, for me, my folks, my sister, my brother, I would like to have kind of a good idea of what they think is considered the priorities and the best routines for their family, just kind of out of curiosity, But for me, I feel like sitting down with my kids and saying, okay, so now we've been home all these weeks, right? We're on day 20. Oh, Lord, I don't even remember now. Day 28, I think. 27.
Something like that.
Something like that of the quarantine. And I wonder if we ask them, what would be after this ends, what have you taken out of it that you think I want that more in my life, or this is what I really need in my life to feel like a whole person. Yeah.
Yes, Britt has been busy dropping off gifts of sunshine.
Yes, I know, right? It's been wonderful. So Erin says she got a call to go back to work. Erin's an operator, but she doesn't know what to do because daycare's closed. What are people doing with kids? Yeah, so I think there are, I don't know where you look it up, but I think there are daycares available for people who go back, are considered essential, but it's probably not the same daycare that your kids are used to,
Right.
Mr. Joe's main job is to get up in the morning. Joe, and we're glad you do. That's a good job.
That is a good job.
Good to get up to the sunshine today. So anyway, I think routines are important. I think they create healthy habits, Yeah, I
think, just, I mean, I mean, I definitely feel like at first I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my days? But my days go fast and I'm like, oh, I didn't finish everything I wanted to get done today. That's probably every day. That's by the end of the day, I wish I got more done.
Mm.
And I'm doing stuff. Like I'm doing stuff all day. I always, it's a mental thing.
Maybe I know that I've said this to you before and I'm not the only one, but maybe you should have a list
I do.
in your head. Well,
Yeah.
I know, but that's going to make you crazy because you're running over that all the time versus like actually marking it off to say like, I look at all of these things that I have done.
Yeah.
She cannot write it down. She will not. And I think it's because her husband told her to. So she won't do it because of that. It's not happening. It's just cool. Do you guys see my cup? It says too blessed to be stressed.
Yes.
That's a fact. So I think you mentioned, Rhonda, you have a couple of things.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones. I got my little bunny with me too. He's got some wise words.
What's his name?
Save that for tomorrow.
Well,
Um,
is it the guy with the silver feet? What's his name?
Quarantino?
No,
Huh?
not Quarantino, the bunny.
The bunny?
Oh, he's just a bunny. Yeah.
He tells the story of Easter.
Oh, okay.
It's very cute.
It is cute. For sure.
Anywho,
What's the bunny with the silver shoes? Do you guys know that story with the bunny and
Peter the rabbit?
Peter the rabbit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't they have like fancy shoes?
It's a song. I still want to do that challenge. Who's in with me? Let's raise a hand. So Ellen created a challenge, and
do you guys know it? I can
I
find
gotta
it.
see what the hashtag is. I don't even know what it is. But you plank and you sing a song while you plank.
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna show you guys.
Okay. Who's in with me?
Here it is. I can't hear it. What the heck? Where's my volume on this? So anyway, can you guys see this? Can you see it, Ron?
Yeah, I can see it. I just can't hear it.
No, what the heck? Why not? Hello? Anyway, Guntel is singing. He's doing a plank, and he's doing it for the length of a song. It's really
And
much
he's saying Mr. Dreidel, Dreidel, whatever, however that song goes.
Uh-huh.
And so the idea is you pick a song and
This chick's doing it too, but of course you can't hear her.
Yeah.
Plank challenge.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of my song because, I don't really know all the words to songs.
Well, can't you just pick a song that's like easy?
Well, I have to pick a song that's meaningful.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I can just do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do the challenge?
Oh, Britt says if she has a list, she goes into a room and she feels disorganized because she gets in a room and starts something else.
Well, that's me. I have squirrel syndrome. Does anyone else have squirrel syndrome?
Squirrel syndrome. I do.
My husband would say I have squirrel syndrome badly.
I do if I don't have a list.
Our darn lists. I mean, it wouldn't change. The piece of paper I have tried, it's not going to change. I don't have that paper in front of me while I'm doing stuff.
No,
like right here.
Go to the list and it says dust, and you dust, and you go back and you mark it off.
Yeah, but don't you like when you're doing something, you're like, oh, look, I should do this. So you do that. That's what I do. Like I get into other things while I'm doing stuff. I would always go away from my list.
Okay, so Liz will do the plank. Julie, I think you're saying yes, you will do the plank challenge.
Yes, okay.
Dory says her song is "This Is My Song," the end. This is my song.
We have to do it. It would be so fun. I was thinking about doing I'm proud to be an American, that's what I was thinking about doing. I think I could, or country roads,
So how long is that song?
I don't know.
I think that's like a 3-minute song. You can hold the plank for 3 minutes.
I don't think I would sing the whole song. I would sing Rhonda's version of the song.
I don't think that's the challenge.
Because
the challenge is not to just sing for a few minutes.
Well, I think so. I think it's my version of the song. The words I know. Because that's the song you know. The song that's in my head is what I know.
The point is it's a song you know the whole song to.
Well, then maybe I get the lyrics out.
Okay, so we've got Tanya's husband has the squirrel syndrome. Britt and Liz both squirrel syndromers.
So it's a real thing.
Should ask our friend Angela about it. See what she says about squirrel syndrome. I bet it means something. Sure. Next time she comes on, I'm going to say, Angela, what does it mean if you are a squirrel?
Ron is a squirrel.
Okay, so think of songs that are like a legitimate 20 seconds or, like
minute.
Basically, you could do any song that you could wash your hands to, the length of that
What
song.
is there a specific hashtag?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, well, we'll check that out.
Ellen, yeah, go ahead. Let's read.
Ellen's challenge. Country Roads is 3 minutes and 22 seconds. That's a long song. It's a long song. But man.
It's called Plank That, hashtag Plank That Song, new word, challenge.
Plank That Song.
Plank challenge, yeah, I think it's Plank That Song. Ellen.
Hashtag Plank That Song.
Yeah. Plank
that
song.
Okay.
Dory says Country Roads 322. I don't feel like that's going to be successful.
She's saying I can't do it.
Fishy, Fishy in the Brook is the song.
That's me, Liz. I'm like you. I'm a productive squirrel who doesn't get everything done.
No,
I totally am
about doing too many things.
I feel you, Liz.
Yeah,
totally. Struggle is real. Okay. See, we went squirrel. We started to go to the books, and I turned you into a squirrel.
You're turning me into a squirrel. Focus. That's what I tell Clay all day long. Focus. I got a call in 6 minutes. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just going to read the one.
Well, let's see. We got 6 minutes.
Okay. God is overall. News headlines flash before us and just about everything we look. And we don't have to look too far. From phone alerts to the TV to the radio, every day is full of troubling news that promotes fear, evil, and chaos. The good news is God is over all. He is over all the earth and the happenings all around, and he is in control. His ways are not our ways. They are sovereign and beyond our comprehension. And he is all-knowing, all-powerful, and greater than any catastrophe we are facing. What comfort and peace this brings. We may not understand what he's doing or why, but we can sing a song of praise and glory because he does. And then Psalm 135, 6-7, Yahweh does whatever he pleases in heaven and on earth, in the seas and all the depths. He causes the clouds to rise from the ends of the earth. He makes lightning for the rain and brings the winds from his storehouse. That's all I got.
That's good. What was the other one, though? You said you had 2.
Okay, well, so this one is from the Lent book, and it's I just thought it's such a good one for today because it's Good Friday. Gethsemane. I don't know if I say that right.
I think you do. Gethsemane.
Yeah.
Gethsemane.
So it's verse Matthew 26:36. Then Jesus went with his disciples to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." We all have Gethsemane moments. Perhaps we find ourselves in a crisis of some sort, or we wrestle with what God wants us to do, or we face the diagnosis of a severe illness. Whatever these personal Gethsemanes look like, they have a way of challenging our trust in God. For Jesus, his time in the Garden of Gethsemane is a time of lonely prayer before his crucifixion. In Gethsemane, he surrenders his life to God. He falls with his face to the ground and prays, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want." May we allow our Gethsemanes to become opportunities for us to renew our trust and confidence to God's purpose for our lives. So before you go to sleep, a practice you could do is slowly make the sign of the cross over the body as an outward sign of your heart's intention to make Jesus' prayer surrender your own in the midst of our Gethsemane moment. We actually, one of the things we did is we found 2 branches in the woods and made our own little cross to kind of remember, that's what we did. So anyway, that's all I got, guys.
I like it.
Dory said, recite the Lord's Prayer during the plank. I could do that. Sing
it. You could definitely sing it.
Yeah.
That's one you got memorized. I'm sure you've got another song up there somewhere.
I got some. I tend to change words around in songs. So that might happen.
Maybe you should just print the lyrics.
I was thinking about that. Maybe have the phone under me.
Yeah, or just
with the lyrics.
Or just a paper.
Or paper.
Because if you have the lyrics on the phone, wouldn't you have to scroll it and then you'd go to a one-arm plank for a minute?
Oh, I'm just showing my skills.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think it's a good idea to try the Lord's Prayer. I'm sure we could even tweak the plank challenge to be the Easter weekend plank challenge.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I got to hit it. I got a call here for work. It's time for me to start the day. No school today, so the kids are off the hook. Happy Good Friday to you all. We hope you join us tomorrow.
Don't forget, join us tomorrow for Kelly Dillon's story, please.
Yep. Join us tomorrow. And Mr. Joe shared a song with us, Fishy, Fishy in the Brook.
Papa can't catch him on
That's good.
Mama Brian.
Have a fabulous day, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning.